my bestie thought I should get up. And I was like, nah, I like it here. And my bestie, I mean my daughter, she wanted to take a photo of me on the sofa. And by I like it here, I mean my foot needs to be elevated because I fractured my toe. So yeah, been a bit of a week. Half term, short intense virus, and now my daughter's cold started to catch up with me too. But meanwhile, the phone keeps ringing, the emails keep coming in, and work just happens. Life is happening. And I could feel the old me trying to show up, the one that said, let's go a bit faster. Not because it's smarter, but because it actually feels safer. Ever had one of those weeks? The ones where you feel like you're moving all day, and yet you still feel like you're losing ground. You look fine, but inside you feel a little bit exposed. Like one loose end might or could bite you a bit later. If you're in that place, I've got you. Because this is exactly how you end up working all week, but still feel unfinished by Friday. I want to show you what's exactly going on and small moves that you can take the weight off today without you doing more. So when your capacity drops, like mine has, workload doesn't suddenly think, I need to be a bit kinder to them. The deadlines will stay, the standards stay, the people will still want answers. Your team wants you to be that steady person. And many high performers will do what they do, which is roll up the sleeves, let's speed up, we'll stay reachable, let's keep things moving. Because from the outside, it looks impressive, because it does look impressive. You're replying quickly, you're across everything, you are present everywhere. And then Friday happens, and your body starts to tell you the truth. The full week still feels unfinished. Here's the difference that matters. Being busy, yes, looks like progress, it can look like progress, but what your system actually really needs is closure. It needs to finish things off. Examples of being busy are replies, updates, checking in, chasing, keeping things moving, right? That's busy. Closure is when you actually finish things. Decisions finalized. Owner there. Next steps happen. And if enough things don't get closure, your brain is like a internet browser where you keep the tabs open because it's tracking everything in the background. You don't clock out properly. You carry everything into dinner, into the weekends, into your Monday morning. And from what I've seen, from what I've experienced, and from the people I coach, it's usually the same sort of topics that come up. Are we doing A or B? Is the deadline real? Who has the next step? What does done actually mean in this situation? And when they stay vague, you hover. You keep your fingertips on everything. Because stopping would mean facing what's unclear and closing it. You can be flat out and still feel exposed. It's not laziness, it's open work. It's things that are not finished. So, what happens when we're stretched? When we're stretched, our thinking narrows, and it's completely normal. It happens to everyone. And what happens is you start to choose what keeps the day moving, what keeps people calm, what prevents extra questions, because, quite frankly, you don't have the bandwidth. And if you're in a knowledge-heavy field and knowledge-heavy work, it's really sneaky, because activity looks like competence. Details look like rigor, and checking in kind of looks like responsibility. And, so sometimes really the work really does need care. And I'm not denying that. I'm absolutely not denying that. But when your capacity is low, it flips itself into a cover story. Because if you close it, it's going to cost you something. Because closure makes you visible. If you choose A, somebody can argue for B. If you name an owner, somebody can push back. If you name a date, somebody can challenge it. Yes. So your brain just thinks, I'm at low capacity, I just need to keep things moving. Let's stay involved, stay fast, stay available, keep it in progress. It's easier. And our brains tell us that this is leadership, we're leading. But a lot of the time, it's a version of self-protection. And that's why you often can finish a day exhausted, still feel like you didn't do anything at all. You don't need more output. What we require is less ambiguity. Now, I'm not going to lie, this is where things do get a little bit personal because I know the pattern. I've been in the pattern. My old version of winning the week, yeah, I'll be honest, it was simple. I needed to stay responsive, my output had to be high, and I had to show and prove that nothing was slipping. I called it leadership. I thought that's what leadership looked like. But it was adrenaline and reputation management. Let me be clear. You don't get extra points for pushing through. You just get a louder nervous system and a much longer recovery. And that's the part that nobody actually sells you. You can win the week on paper, but completely lose it in your body as your body gets the invoice. So at the end of the day, you're tired but not settled. Because you did loads, but nothing actually got finished. And again, this is an accusation. It's not because you're incapable. It's that just too many tabs are open. That's also why when you can have a weekend and get to the end of the weekend and actually not feel rested, because your body is at home, but your brain is still on shift. So let's actually look at a shift then. A shift that you can practice. A shift that I practice, especially when I'm faced with weeks like this. Stop trying to look normal when nothing about it is normal. Tell yourself the truth about the pace. For example, it's not dramatic, just useful things, right? Information that people can work with. In a company setting, I like to use sentences such as, I'm tight on capacity this week, so I'm just going to look at closing or finishing off things that have been open for a while. Or if somebody comes to you, ask for something, say, yes, I'll give you a decision point by Friday. Give yourself the opportunity to close something off. That's it. No backstory, no over-explaining, no, just clear expectations. And whether you manage people or not, this still helps. Because people can work with constraint. They understand constraint. But they can't work with they work badly with vagueness. And this is where relief starts. Because you stop trying to look fine. And you start trying to finish things and close things off. Let me give you a the smallest move that I know can help you speed up right away. Pick one thing that you're tired of constantly carrying, something that's been open for a while. Just one, just pick one. Close it, finish it, make it happen. Cleanly. Something I like to do with the executives that I coach is I give them 4 sentences and I get them to write down the answers quickly for each of them. The questions are these. What decision is being made? What done looks like in a sentence? Who owns it? When it becomes final? So your example could be like, okay, we're going to ship A or B. Done means that we're going to choose one of them and tell the team what we're doing. The owner, that's me, and it's going to be final by 3. Even if you can't finalize it today, you can still stop it hovering, set the decision point, name the owner, define what done actually means. That all counts. Because you've turned vague into tangible. And yes, There are going to be days that go sideways. Kids, illness, life, the 4 p.m. question of, what did I even do today? Don't chase the output. Close the ambiguity. A decision, an owner, a date. That's what's going to stop that Sunday scanning. You know, the one in the afternoon where your brain's overworking? That tight chest that you sometimes feel when you think about it? So look, if your week's been anything like mine, anything like this, just don't beat yourself up for speeding up. Just catch it. Then go and pick something that you're tired of carrying constantly, close it off, finish it, and do it once a day for a week. Then get to Friday and look at it and say, how do I feel? Maybe more settled. And then how do you enter the weekend? What does that feel like? Maybe it feels calmer, quieter. If you'd like to, I'd love to know what your default is when your capacity drops. Is it speed? Is it detail? Is it availability? And if you've got a decision that's dragging right now and you'd like an outside brain on it, the link's in the caption. I've got you.